Hello, friends. Come, let us get to know each other better. My tools are weapons in my hands. This fight will end swiftly. Hello, and welcome to Handelabra Games' Dolphin Dive, hosted by yours truly, Dolphin. You can follow us at Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, and Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can follow me personally on Twitter at LewDolphin21, on Twitch at LewDolphin, and on YouTube, search for LewDolphin, you'll find me. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog, cardboard, and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. Oh, and Handelabra believes in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. Forgot to put that in the front this time, but that's okay. So, how is everyone doing? We have Extreme Dolphining from Citizen. Darren is being driven mad with Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mission Level 1 Critical Mode. Hello there, Boogie. And you received your board game table today, Bulner. That's pretty cool. I don't have much going on my end. Same old stuff as always. I don't know if you've ever even talked about my personal life at all. You don't know anything about the Dolphin. You don't know anything about this man. This man here that sits here and streams. Except I'm not a man, am I? I'm a dolphin. So what has this dolphin been up to? Not much. My life's boring. I put in notice to my job though, because these hero outlines are like moving around. They look strange to me. Anyway, I put notice to my job because I'm starting a teaching job this fall, and I'm looking forward to that. I'll be teaching calculus and what's the other class called? It's math in the real world. It's sort of like a non-math major math class thing that touches on a bunch of math topics. That's coming up in the next month. So I put in notice to my current job. It was a temporary job until I found something better, and I think I did because I like teaching more than I like what I did before. Alright, so now that I've talked about myself, let's talk about this hero team. We have Mr. Fixer Tempest at Absolute Zero in the city of Megalopolis, and this attractive, friendly man here. No, wait. I think I'm high again. Nope, that's Spite. That's not a nice guy. What am I talking about? Let's see. Starting hands. Mr. Fixer has Alternating Tiger Claw, Bloody Knuckles, Grease Gun, and Overdrive. Tempest has Chain Lightning, Flash Flood, Otherworldly Resilience, and Vicious Cyclone. Absolute Zero has a Cryo Chamber, a Fueled Freeze, a Null Point Calibration Unit, and a Thermal Shockwave. And that's it! 3 people against a single, evil, dastardly, terrible, no good, very bad villain. This is Challenge Spite, Villain, Transhuman Serial Killer. Setup. At the start of the game, Spite enters play, Transhuman Serial Killer side up. The Safe House card is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. When Spite deals damage, he regains that much HP. At the end of the villain turn, the top card of the villain deck is played. Then Spite deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. At the start of the villain turn, if there are 5 drug cards in play, Spite flips. Challenge Strong Out Maniac! Spite can regain HP past his maximum HP. So his max HP is 80. He'll go beyond that. Certainly, even within the first turn, he'll go beyond that. If and when he flips, he becomes Villain, Drug-Racked Monstrosity. Gameplay. When Spite flips to the side, all villain cards in play other than drugs and this card are destroyed. Whenever a villain card would be played, instead, Spite deals each hero target other than the hero target with the lowest HP 1 projectile damage. And he can still regain HP beyond his max, but he doesn't have HP recovery based on damage dealing on that side. So, only one game planned for tonight, eh? Show the art for everyone. Yes! Look at that dastardly villain art. So much. That arm is gruesome. That's what happens when you get 5 sets of drugs and you're overdosing on all of them. Your arm just goes to crazy town. Alrighty, well, we have the Safe House. When this card, oops, my settings are still on high speed. This was from when I streamed on my own account earlier this weekend. I think that will do. All right, so Safe House. When this card enters play, reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until a victim card is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the rest of the revealed cards back into the villain deck. When Spite flips to his drug-racked monstrosity side, he deals himself X toxic damage, where X equals the number of cards under this card times 5. This card and cards under this card are indestructible. Cards under this card have no text, so they don't get destroyed when he flips, thankfully. We also have the Good Samaritan, Victim. At the start of the villain turn, the players may choose to play the top card of the villain deck. If they do, put this card under the Safe House card. When this card is destroyed, Spite regains 3 HP. Cool. And is card play, collateral damage, ongoing. When this card enters play, destroy a victim card. Whenever Spite deals a target 4 or more damage at once, destroy a victim card. So that Good Samaritan is out of the way. And he's regained HP beyond his maximum! Oh no, this game is terrible now! And another Good Samaritan comes out. It's a different one, though. This man is from Poland. The other man was American. It's the Safe House. Safe House is sort of a red herring because he can pull cards from the Safe House. He can move all cards from underneath the Safe House and put them into play because of forced entry. Which is terrible. Forced entry is a terrible card. IMO. Alrighty, well. We have no drugs yet. He's regained 5 HP beyond his maximum. We have a Good Samaritan, which can be put under the Safe House if we play another card on the environment turn, which is a little scary. On the other hand, it would get us drugs faster. So if the goal of this game is to get him flipped ASAP, we should get drugs out. But I think we should put out cards gradually, just so Spite could have them put back into our hands if needed. And Fixer here, his only sort of permanent card is Alternating Tiger Claw, which isn't immediately useful, but will at least make his damage irreducible, and it could have an effect later. So let's go ahead and play that. And since there's no counter to power usages just yet, might as well whittle his HP down until he, until we can, you know, stop him from, or until we can get him flipped or killed or whatever is the right word. Yeah, so, tending to only use the Safe House if he's gonna flip. Yeah, that's sort of the MO I have, because you just never know when he's going to put out forced entry unless he's already played both of them. At which point it's a little safer, but still scary. Alright, well, in a game like Spite, where he deals damage continually, having damage resistance is useful, and so I shall Resilient in an otherworldly fashion and squall like a madman. Alright, now Absolute Zero. His only module is the HP recovery one. We do have ongoing destruction via field freeze, but it's a little unlikely that Spite will deal 4 or more damage at once with 3 heroes. His end of turn damage is 2, and what other things can happen? That's 2 damage. That's damage based on the number of environment cards. That's reduction. 2 damage. That was 2 damage, and it could all get increased by 1, but 2 plus 1, I'm a math guy, I'm going to be teaching math this fall. 2 plus 1 is less than 4, it turns out. So I'm going to keep the collateral damage out there for now. I'm going to wait until there's more ongoing cards to destroy. Is that his only ongoing card? I forget. Yeah, it is. So if we get the other collateral damage, I can fuel the freeze. But let's just provide HP recovery to 0. And he gets an Impale. Do we all want to play the top card of the villain deck? I don't want to. You can't make me! Rooftop Combat. Increase all damage dealt by 1. When this card enters play, destroy all other environment cards. While this card is in play, environment cards cannot be played. When hero targets deal non-hero character cards 10 or more damage in a single round since this card entered play, destroy this card. So that at least sort of freezes Megalopolis' deck at the expense of a +1 to all damage. Lost Child. Ooh, this is scary. Victim. At the start of each hero turn, that hero may choose for Spite to deal them 2 melee damage. If they take damage this way, put this card under the Safe House card. When this card is destroyed, Spite regains 3 HP. So on one hand, it's just a poor lost child. You don't want her to be at Spite's mercy. On the other hand, I don't want to take damage. On the other hand, it's collateral, or forced entry. Hey, forced entry! One shot, put all cards under the Safe House card into play. Destroy a victim card. Well, this is why we didn't play the top card of the villain deck, because it would have forced an entry out. So, I don't know. I think children deserve life more than men. That sounds like a strange thing to say out of context. Let's just lose the Good Samaritan. And then Absolute Zero's HP recovery. He's only at 89. 89 was a good year. That was the year I was born, fun fact. Alrighty. I want Spite to deal Mr. Fixer 2 melee damage. Will get increased by 1, and he still has 1 forced entry in his deck. So I don't really think so. But I do have a dual crowbars. And you know what they say about dual crowbars? Crows like them. At least bars with crows in them. I know, it's like a dual pun, right? Yeah. I don't think I want to hit anyone else, though. You can make more children, and that child was clearly not obeying stranger danger. Yes. He just pulled up in his ice cream truck, and he's like, Gazelda, I got you your chocolate bar, honey. Your mom said it was okay. And she said, I haven't seen my mommy since I was 2. And then Spite says, well, that's because she's in this truck. Okay, this is turning dark really fast. Let's move on. I have a dark sense of humor. All right. We don't need the Cleansing Downpour just yet. I think I'll just put the Vicious Cyclone on Spite. And then you have it. And then let's just hit him. So we've done 5 damage to him so far. I don't want damage, but I can impale Spite and regain HP. If only I could regain HP beyond my max, Absolute Zero said to himself. Alrighty, we're getting a little set up. He still hasn't seen the drug yet, so that's good. Megalopolis can't play cards. Oh, speak of the devil. PL626 Compound 11. Drug. Whenever a hero uses a power, Spite deals them 2 toxic damage, and that hero's player discards the top 5 cards of their deck. This card is indestructible. If this card would be put into the trash, put it into play instead. And forced entry! Well, the good news is we found both forced entries. Bad news is children just died. Alright, he's at 90. Power usages result in discards and damage. With Rooftop Combat, that's 3 toxic, and he'll regain 3 HP. So that's a little bit of a bummer. Well, I think I want to opt for damage redirection. I'm just thinking about this because I have an ability to get any style, and so there's a style that increases Fixer's damage by 1. There's a style that makes all of his damage irreducible. There's a style that makes damage dealt to a target irreducible if he deals damage to that target, and there's a style that redirects damage if it's 2 or fewer the first time each turn. And that seems like it could be useful. Although with the +1 from rooftop combat, it doesn't seem like it would be immediately useful. And even if I redirect damage from Spite to Spite, he'll just regain it back for now. What's everyone's least favorite villain? You better answer this question honestly or else face my spite. Mr. Fixer's trash has no style. Yes, that's what it says here. Mr. Fixer's trash has no style. Cards in Mr. Fixer's deck has 7 style cards. This is not ultimate spite. This is just challenge. I'm just thinking about this. If it were ultimate, that would be gruesome. Well, alright, so certainly using Fixer's power isn't going to be that great because he can deal 3 damage to Spite. Spite deals Fixer 3 damage and regains 3 HP. Or Fixer hits someone for 3 and then his Spite for 5 and then he regains 3. So he only takes 2 damage. The question is, dare I put out redirection or not? I just can't think of how it could be immediately useful. So I think I'm gonna skip. If we can get Fixer's Hoist Chain. We did not get Hoist Chain. Hoist Chain would at least slow down his HP recovery effect. Alright, Vicious Cyclone, 1 projectile damage, +1 is 2 for each card. And this is not a power, so that's nice. Well, you certainly don't need another Otherworldly Resilience. With Rooftop Combat out, it's gonna probably remain in play until Spite destroys it. And then once Spite can destroy environment cards, he will always destroy environment cards. Oh no, I guess he does have a one-shot that destroys environment cards, but then it's likely to pull a drug that destroys environment cards, so Flash Flood doesn't seem useful. And I think I'm gonna hold on to the other 2. Because Cleansing Downpour could have use. Chain Lightning could have use. But I think, again, I'm going to skip. He gets other cards like Reclaim from the Deep and Grievous Hailstorm. So thankfully Impale goes off, regardless of everything. Misinformation's another one that's not really super fun, because the thing about her front side is that it is theoretically possible for the game to never end because she will never play a clue card, because she could keep playing the one-shot that reveals cards until a diversion is revealed or whatever, or reveals top 4 cards or H cards, put revealed diversions into play, shuffle the villain trash into the villain deck, and then play a card. And if she just keeps playing that card, you'll never see clues or something. It's theoretically possible. Very unlikely. In fact, the probability is 0 because of infinity, but the point is it could last like 15 turns without seeing a clue. Front-loaded, kill them as fast as possible teams, and Spite makes that impossible. Indeed, there's not really much I can do right now. Let's see. I do want to get... I want to get the fire one. I think I'm going to skip. This is how you play Sentinels. Is you don't play cards, you don't use powers. Trust me, it works. Horrorfire, modular realignment. Alright, we did not get any of the cards we were hoping to see. Lab Raid, one shot. Destroy all environment cards. Well, so much for that rooftop combat. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck until X drug cards are revealed, where X equals the number of environment cards destroyed by this card plus 1. Put the revealed drug cards into play, shuffle the rest of the revealed cards into the villain deck. So we're going to get 2 drugs. First one is Demon's Kiss, drug. At the end of the villain turn, Spite deals each non-villain target 1 infernal damage. This card is indestructible. If this card would be put into the villain trash, put into the play instead. And Mind Fire drug at the end of the villain turn. Destroy all environment cards. Spite deals each hero target X psychic damage, where X equals the number of environment cards destroyed this way. This card is indestructible. This card will be put into the trash, put into play instead. Collateral damage number 2. There are no victims though. There's a big lack of victims and less lack of villain ongoing, or of drugs. That word. From 1 to airman. Alright, so I think we have both collateral damages, and we've seen both lab raids. Or not lab raids, we've seen both forced entries, which means that we could safely destroy ongoing cards. I shouldn't say we can safely destroy them, but we can at least field freeze them without having to worry about destroying ongoing cards ever again. But it does seem like I do want to be able to redirect damage now that Spite can do 2 damage at a pop, so let's go ahead and get that style. Now what I really wish I could do is hit myself with dual crowbars, redirect that to Spite, and then deal the 2nd damage to Spite, but it does not work that way. But you know what I could do? I could redirect Spite's 2 damage, because he doesn't have the +1 yet. So that is what I'm gonna do. Take that. You regain it back, but take that. He's only at 85. That's not terrible. Of course, on Ultimate, he would be way higher, but... Alright, well, without the +1, doesn't really seem like discarding is that effective. But putting out Grievous Hailstorm... He's only doing 2 damage with otherworldly resilience. That's only 1 damage. He'll only regain 1. So I can put out that, and I might as well use it. I did 1 point of damage. Yay! Alrighty. And let's go ahead and destroy those things. Just in case he does deal 4 damage when there's a victim out. But now there's no point in using a power. Focused apertures, nice. Hostage situation. Hero cards cannot be played. Oh no, whatever am I gonna do before Spite destroys this card? I still think she's higher. Can't this thing go to 12? Good Samaritan. Victim. At the start of the environment turn, the players may choose to play the top card of the villain deck. I already read this card. I don't need to reread it. Innocent Bystander. Victim. At the start of each hero turn, that player may discard 1 cards. If they do, put this card under the safe house card. When this card is destroyed, Spite regains 3 HP. Alright, so we can certainly get rid of the Bystander. I'm not sure about the Good Samaritan just yet, though. Go ahead, redirect that one. Okay. Still don't have the card that puts cards back into my hand. Let's put an Overdrive in the trash. And then I can put it into play if I get a one-shot that does that. You're going to lose. It's just a matter of how painfully. Hey Vegeta, what is Misinformation's difficulty level from 1 to Airman? It's over 9,000! I did it. Alright. I don't want to do any of these things. I'm just gonna keep damaging Spite like this because I can redirect his blow at least. I got another dual crowbars. No. I could possibly reclaim. We have discarded things. Harmony would be nice for Fixer to get. He'd just have to skip his power. And Tempest can draw the card that he puts on top. Elemental Subwave Inducer would probably be useful. And F-Zero only has Field Freeze, which he doesn't need. The alternative is I put out Cleansing Downpour or Grievous Hailstorm, so that there's something for Spite to put back to hand if necessary. But no, let's get the Harmony for Fixer. And Subwave Inducer, but not F-Zero. And I'll still do this. Into the Stratosphere. Alrighty. Well, Focused Apertures I think is wise. Now, if I do myself too cold and Spite deals me too toxic, that does 0 damage. But I discard 5 cards, and if one of those cards happens to be the Isothermic Transducer, Modular Realignment would help me. So I think it's actually worth doing this. Strategery. And I draw an Isothermic Transducer, thereby negating the whole Strategery aspect. Did he even discard one? No, he didn't. That was useless. Do we wish to play the top card of the villain deck? If we do, put the Good Samaritan underneath. Let's say no. Police Backup. At the end of the environment turn, deal 1 projectile damage to the villain target with the highest HP. I'm skipping the text, that's not going to be relevant. Lab Raid. Alright, well I guess we're getting all the drugs out now. Poor Police Backup. PL 531 Compound Upsilon. Drug. Increase damage dealt by Spite by 1. At the start of the villain turn, put 1 hero ongoing and or equipment cards back into their player's hand. This card is indestructible if this card will be put into the trash, put into play instead. And PL 602 Compound Omicron. Drug. The first time Spite would be dealt damage each turn, reduce that damage by 1. This card is indestructible if this card will be put into the trash, put into play instead. And we get another Innocent Bystander. Well, this is not redirectable. Alright, well thank you Moloko Dude for resubbing, and Citizen for resubbing with Twitch Prime, which is actually exciting, because Twitch Prime subs you actually have to remember to do. It's not automatic. So if you have a Twitch Prime sub, in general, you need to remember to resub every month. Otherwise, you lose your nice sub capabilities like extra emotes, as well as support to the streamer or streamers in this case. All right, so this is more damage. This one can redirect. I used up your -1 this round, Spite. And then damage. Spite didn't really get too high on HP this game. Alrighty, yes, I can discard dual crowbars. I'm not gonna need multiples of those. And the unfortunate thing is now the +1 that Spite has will stop me from being able to redirect his damage. So it's not really useful using a power. Oh, and I already know what the top card of my deck is Harmony, and I want that. And I don't think I want any of these cards in play. I mean, putting Bloody Knuckles in play would be a bit interesting. Because with PL 531 Compound Upsilon, I can actually put Bloody Knuckles back into my hand, so it's only dangerous if the environment deals damage to Fixer. Which, does it even have end of turn damage? No, it doesn't. I could put out Bloody Knuckles just so that I have something to return to hand for Spite's sake. That would be funny. Yeah, let's do that. That's the funny the funny. And it gives me enough time to get set up with the other heroes. So... no, since I don't have any pluses right now. Riveting Crane wouldn't be bad indeed. But it's not going to be useful right away. Not that turn, at least, because I want to put Bloody Knuckles into hand. I think I want the Subwave Inducer, and then I can make some of Spite's damage get reduced a bit more. Not useful using a power because of the -1 on his side, and a +1 on his side. I deal 1 damage so he can deal me 3 damage and regain 3 HP. No, I'm not doing that. And... Absolute Zero, I think, wants that Transducer out. But he still doesn't want to be dealt damage by Spite. Do we want to play the top card of the villain deck? Well, what are the chances that he's going to play something that destroys the thing? Well, let's see. We have 1 victim, we have Elaborate, we have a victim, we have 3 on the Prowls, which destroys a victim, but puts a victim into play. If he puts the potential sidekick into play, Spite's gonna destroy it and then deal damage and regain HP. We can only destroy it at the start of each hero turn, which is too late for that. Innocent Bystander can only destroy it. So really the only card that the only card that we would hope the Good Samaritan to reveal is the Lab Raid. A 1 out of 7 chance. On the Prowl's gonna destroy the Good Samaritan, so 3 out of 7 chance, and then there's another 3 out of 4 chance that he then plays another victim that he'll just proceed to destroy immediately. Yeah, so I'm not gonna do that. Paparazzi on the scene! Heroes cannot use powers! Oh no, whatever shall I do? Alright, well... all villain cards in play other than drugs and this card are destroyed. And he deals himself damage, which in challenge mode doesn't... the order doesn't really matter because he'll regain HP beyond his max. And now I can return Bloody Knuckles to hand. I can redirect this. Oh no, you're not regaining HP anymore. Whatever shall you do? That otherworldly resilience is being very useful right now. Alright. Time to launch the all-out assault. I still wish I could damage myself and get it redirected. Unfortunately. Okay. Well, now into the stratosphere is not... well, I guess it is a damage source. No, I'm not going to play that. So what is the most useful damage to reduce? He deals Toxic with the compound 11. He deals Infernal. He deals Psychic. And he deals Projectile. So a bunch of damages. Not a single one to point at. But if there's no difference in them, then I probably should just reduce all of them. Not reduce all of them, reduce at least one of them. What was most likely to... these are all gonna damage, right? This will do Toxic, this deals Infernal, this deals Psychic. Yeah, so they're all gonna go off. Although I guess Mind Fire potentially can do 0 damage. So we don't want to reduce Psychic. This will always deal 1 Infernal. And yeah, okay. So let's just reduce Infernal and change damage dealt by Tempest to Infernal. Discarding 1 card for the Cyclone would be worthwhile to eat up his DR. Yes, that is a fair point. I think, though, I'm going to opt for a little more caution. It doesn't really matter as much. This didn't help Tempest, but it did help Fixer and Absolute Zero. And one of these cards is going to get returned to hand, but I do want that Cold Snap out there. And I'm not going to do this. Police backup. Poor police, they can't actually hit Spite. Unless Fixer had done the style thing. Alright, one of these are not like the others. Well, if I'm gonna swap out a style, then I should put the style in hand, right? Do I want to swap the style? If I do Riveting Crane, we can make sure that all the damage is irreducible. That will give me 2 extra points of damage in a turn. I could also just put dual crowbars in hand. Am I going to play anything else? And then the question of, like, Vicious Cyclone. Is Tempest going to play something else? I don't need both Grievous Hailstorm and Cleansing Downpour for the moment. So I can lose one of them. And Absolute Zero probably wants to keep all of those things. Yeah, Tempest can lose something, I think. Where is it? There it is. Grievous Hailstorm. Is considered to have the lowest. That target is not dealt damage. I think Absolute Zero because reasons. Yeah, that Cleansing Downpour is probably going to keep us alive for slightly longer. Even though we're losing HP over the course of the game, but we're at least slowing the rate of decrease. The rate at which our HP is decreasing is increasing. I'm talking about the third derivative of our HP. This is now the math-based Sentinel stream. I could stop him from dealing damage for a turn, though, with Grease Gun. I do want to get Hoist Chain, though. Where's my Hoist Chain? Not in my trash. They're both in my deck still. And do I still have any copies of... Nope, I don't. All of my salvage yards got discarded. So I either get lucky in drawing it, or I get it discarded and hope that Tempest can reclaim, which... We have 1 copy left in his deck. People said Grease Monkey Fist looks attractive. I think Riveting Crane might be more useful, though. Although Tempest is not 100% likely to deal damage, so it would only affect Absolute Zero's first instance of damage, so that's only a +1 to damage dealt to Spite. If I put out Grease Gun, we stop damage for a turn, but then Fixer can't draw cards for the potential Hoist Chain that he would like to have. And we're at 71 HP. We're still quite a ways from the end, so I think I do want to try to go for that Hoist Chain. Hoist Chain! Yay! It worked! If I had used the power, I would have discarded it. Alright, so I think I want to put the Grievous Hailstorm back out. But I don't need 2 copies of it, right? Although that that's gonna get reduced. I'm not gonna try to do total damage to him. Yeah, into distressor is not useful. All right, I did a point of damage. Yay! Infernal still, whatever. So with Hoist Chain and Cleansing Downpour, we should be able to regain HP. And then it's an easy victory, just prolonged. But you know what time it is now. Thermal Shockwave. That's what time it is. He's dealt 4 cold damage this turn. Sure. So that's 6 now. He's regained some. Fixer can redirect. He's now dealt 8. And how much HP does he have? He's at 9? Yeah, he can survive, right? No, he can't. Wait, can he? Spite's gonna do 3. With compound 11 Kai? I don't know what that is. That's 3 damage there, then there's 2 damage here, there's at least 1 damage here. He won't at least be dealt the projectile damage. I think I should just be safe. I doubled my HP. Alright, Absolute Zero is feeling pretty good. Targeting Innocence. At the start of the environment turn, this card deals each hero target 2 fire damage. Then look through the environment trash for impending casualty and put it into play. Oh no! The poor Innocence! Yeah, so with Hoist Chain I don't need dual crowbars. Who's considered to have the lowest? Sure, Absolute Zero. Alright, Absolute Zero would have survived. My bad. I got scared. But have no fear. Because damage dealt by Spite is reduced. Alright. So things are feeling a bit better. Tempest would survive if he used Localized Hurricane, and I could even put it into my hand. So he loses the +1. So if I'm going to Localize Hurricanes, then I should at least get past the damage reduction part, right? So I'm going to ditch some of these. I think just 2 of them, whatever. It's only 1 damage, it's not too good. Alright, so Infernal damage is now not going to happen because of Hoist Chain. Toxic damage will. And I wish I could have Fixer redirect it, but oh well. All my cards got discarded. Alrighty. Absolute Zero's doing just fine. Yeah, I think Crowd Chamber. I can put it back to my hand if needed. I'm still gonna hit myself. Yeah, whatever, just one more time. Yeah, I haven't gotten the second Impale yet. I didn't draw it there. Could have gotten discarded at some point. Impending Casualty. I guess I never saw this card. At the start of the environment turn, each hero may destroy one of their ongoing cards. This card deals any hero that does not destroy an ongoing card 3 psychic damage. At the end of the environment turn, one player may discard one card to destroy this card. Which I don't need to do. Did we lose the other Impale? We did. So, not gonna see it. But that's okay. Nope, don't need to do that. Yes, localized hurricane into my hand. Save Tempest from the damage. Alright, so this game is now a lot better. A grind, but much better. So, reducing his damage by 2 is even better than reducing his damage by 1, right? Especially since I can redirect the first hit. I mean, lots of games against Spite turn super grindy in fairness. Alright, Stratosphere. But I think Localized Hurricane is the play still. I would really like to have a Genebound Shackles. Unfortunately, the chances of finding it are pretty low. There's no other equipment cards that he has, so... Horfire it is! Thank you, Driving Mantis. You're awesome. Alright, I have to be careful. How much cold damage have I dealt? 9? I'll survive. I can't hit Fixer this time, though. Alright, I think I can go ahead and do this, because Spite's not going to do as much damage. I mean, Absolute Zero has more than 1 HP, so we can certainly live. If Absolute Zero is not at single HP, we don't need to worry about him. Cramped Quarters Combat. Change the type of all damage to melee damage. Increase all damage dealt by 1 at the start of the environment turn. Destroy this card. Yeah, I'm still gonna just put that in my hand. So actually, Cramped Quarters Combat is going off. But all these damage modifiers, they do nothing. But Tempest is happy. That would be bad for Absolute Zero to lose his cold damage and fire damage capabilities. But yeah, games against Spite are like terrible for several reasons, one of which is that once he's flipped, there's no more environment except for like half of the environment turn, and then there's no villain turn other than the same actions every turn. So it's like, you know it's coming, you just have to know how to deal with it. Alrighty. All-Out Assault? Is this the time for All-Out Assault? So let's just try to do as much damage as we can. Chain Lightning, I think, other than Lightning Slash, is the best damage dealer. Chain or Ball Lightning, okay, that does 4 damage. Whatever. Doesn't matter. There won't be any other targets in this game other than Mr. Fixer, who has bloody knuckles. So that was probably not a good decision. Actually, I'm gonna undo everything. Hold on. We're gonna rewind. All right, all out assault time. I think it's all out assault time. But I don't want to play a style because I still want to redirect damage because it seems like I might be able to redirect damage on Tempest's and Absolute Zero's turns. Am I trying to pluralize a plural word here? I'll just put out the toolbox. I don't think there's anything else that Fixer would really like to have. And then I can redirect this still. So actually, he's still doing as much damage as Bloody Knuckles would have done. And yeah, let's do as much damage as we can. So let's discard Ball Lightning, let's discard Aquatic Correspondence, let's discard Grievous Hailstorm, and then do 2 damage this way. Choose a damage type. All damage dealt by Tempest this turn is of that type. Do we care about the damage type? Do our heroes care about damage types? Do they? Don't they? Could they? Will they? Won't they? Fire! And now, Chain Lightning. 4 damage to Spite. And then 2 damage to Absolute Zero, but he spits damage out on his turn. And then 2 damage to Mr. Fixer, who redirects it. There. Tempest really knows how to play with this team. Unfortunately, I can't win on this turn. I'll win on the next turn. Alright. I'm not even gonna have to do anything. Just watch. Just watch. You win! Combo breaker. Combo breaker. Alright, well, that last round was pretty fun. I wish I had foresaw that plan. I only realized it live. So people are going to complain on YouTube about this later. Anyway, the more important thing is that we are now on game number 2 of the stream, which is Viewer's Choice. Yeah! You get to choose the game. How badly do you want this game to go off the train? Off the wires? Off the... what's the word? Rails? How long did that take? It took 53 minutes, apparently. Although there was the intro spiel, of course. So, Viewer's Choice. So, how should we do it this time? I've been doing it from left to right recently. So I should probably do it from right to left. So, First, so I'll ask a question. If you've never seen this before, I ask a question in chat, and I type it out in chat so that people can respond, instead of waiting for me to ask the question out loud, because then there's, like, Twitch delay, and then if you've, like, gotten buffer time because your internet speeds have been terrible, or your server, or the Twitch servers have gone kaput or something, and you have a 30-second delay as opposed to a 10-second delay, there are issues. So I type it in the chat, and the first answer that gets 2 votes is what I do. I'm completely at your mercy, so we could have some fun games, or we could have some awful games. It's your choice. Literally your choice. It's the viewer's choice. First question is environment. And in case you want to see the environments, there are the environments. I am sorry, Time Cataclysm is not an environment. 2 votes for Madame Mittermeier's Fantastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities. Alrighty. How many heroes? 3, 4, or 5? Two votes for 5. We have a full team today. Hero 1. And here are the heroes in their full glory. Massive range of heroes here. Two votes, Guise. That was, of course, the only answer. I don't know why there was even a question. Two votes base. 3 votes base. All right. Hero 2. Two votes Parse. Two votes Fugue. Two votes K.N.Y.F.E. Two votes base. Two votes Sentinels. I'm going to do something different this time. Something that not many people actually realize is that you can change the variants of the Sentinels, either global or individually. So, I'm gonna ask this hero by hero. Don't do it, I'll make Chris sad. Well, you already made him sad by calling him Chris, so... Two votes Southwest, Dr. Medico. Alrighty. Adamant Mainstay. Wait, did I do that right? Adamant. Two votes Southwest. Oh, I messed up. Sorry, I messed that up. I just realized that I was thinking of something else. This is Southwest. Southwest is base. But then Mainstay is Adamant. So that's different. All right. Two votes Adamant. There we go, there's the tiebreaker, Southwest. So we have Southwest Medico, Adamant Mainstay, Adamant Idealist, Southwest Writhe. Alright. Well, I'm waiting on that. Two votes Skyscraper. So is it base or extremist? Oh no, we don't have that variant yet. Oh well. Alright. Now the villain side. 2 votes solo. It's a solo match. Wager Master. Capitan. Dreamer. Apostate. Dawn. Ennead. We have 6 votes. 7 votes for different villains. Apostate has 2 votes. All right. So now the question that everyone's been waiting for. Two votes ultimate. It's almost always ultimate when I ask. Everyone's just like, let's make this the hardest match possible because that's what Dolphin's Dive is about, or the hardest possible games. No worries. Ultimate Apostate against Guise, Fugue State Parse, K.N.Y.F.E, Sentinels, 2 of which are Adamant and 2 of which are Southwest, and Skyscraper, in Mittermeier's Fantastical Festival of Conundrums and Curiosities. The world is as I say it is. Believe in my truths. Believe in me. Hey, you! You playing the video game! You! Make me look good! Don't mess this up! Alright, so Guise starts with the best card ever! Gritty Reboot, Guise the Barbarian, and I can do that too! Fugue State Parse has Buffer Overflow, Exploit Vulnerability, Quick Calculation, and Segmentation Fault. Not Rogue Agent. K.N.Y.F.E has Amplified Combatant for the greater good and 2 kinetic neutralizers. And the Sentinels with Base Medico, Adamant Mainstay, Adamant Idealist, and Base Rive has Horrifying Dichotomy, Positive Energy, Second Chance, and Team Communication. And Skyscraper has Colossal Left Hook, Cortex Hyperstimulator, Neutralizing Resonator, and Thorathian Monolith. Worst Guise impression ever. I apologize, Sanvar. You should be, a guest on this stream, and then we can hear your Guise impressions and how good you are with them. And then you can play Guise and show how good you are with him and how I stink. Alright. Apostate, Villain, Infernal Emissary. Setup. At the start of the game, Apostate enters play, Infernal Emissary side up. Condemnation is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. When Apostate would be destroyed and there is a villain relic in play, the villain relic with the lowest HP is destroyed, and Apostate's villain character card flips to the Dark Corruptor side instead. At the end of the villain turn, Apostate deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage and 3 infernal damage. Advanced. At the start of the game, the Tome of the Unknowable is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Challenge! Demon Lord! Whenever a demon card enters play, the top card of the villain deck is played. So we can chain demons pretty terribly. If he flips, villain, Dark Corruptor. Gameplay. When flipped to the side, restore Apostate to 20 HP. When Apostate would be reduced to 0 or fewer HP and there is a villain relic in play, the villain relic with the highest HP is destroyed and Apostate's villain character card flips to the Infernal Emissary side instead. At the end of the villain turn, Apostate deals the hero target with the lowest HP 3 melee damage, then regains 7 HP. Advanced. Whenever a demon card is destroyed, the top card of the villain deck is played. And whenever a demon card enters play, the top card of the villain deck is played. So he's quite infernal in this game. Yes, John and Jen did beat Ultimate Apostate 2 nights ago. So I should lose just to vary it up, right? We don't want multiple Ultimate Apostate games and both of them be victories. That's boring. Alright, Condemnation, Relic. At the end of the villain turn, Apostate deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage, reduced damage dealt to this card by 1. And Tome of the Unknowable, Relic. Whenever a player draws a hero card, play the top card of the villain deck. When this card is destroyed, search the villain trash for the card Condemnation and put it into play. And we have One Shot, Fallen Angel. Apostate deals each hero target 4 infernal damage. Each villain relic regains 6 HP. So what's the damage? And then damage. And then for something different, some damage. It's a beat the clock challenge. I have to beat them in a faster time than they did. I should speedrun this. Alright, well, getting rid of Tome of the Unknowable is sort of a priority here, I think. Because anytime we draw a card, he plays a card. We don't want that to happen. So... Best card ever. Draw 2 cards. Yeah, let's give the villain 2 extra card plays and then deal 2 damage. 10 things, yeah. No, I think I'm forced to do Guise the Barbarian here. And then play. Actually, I should play Gritty Reboot, and then I'll have Guise hit himself so he draws a card so that Apostate plays a card that hits Guise so that he draws a card so that Apostate plays a card. That would be great, wouldn't it? No, we're not doing that. I do not want to draw a card, though. So I have to play a card. So I'll go ahead and play the Gritty Reboot. But I'm still going to destroy the tome. Retcon! Alright. Quick calculation is really good with Fugue State. The alternatives are Exploit Vulnerability, which is really good against Apostate, especially if he gets damage-reducing relics. So they have a damage reduction until the start of the environment turn. Yeah, so that's good once... That's good for a whole round. This would stop the villain from playing terrible things. And I don't need to destroy things. So Quick Calculation is great with Fugue State, but I think I want to get the Exploit Vulnerability out ASAP. And let's see what the bottom card of my deck is. It's Syntactic Analysis. So, player could play, draw, or discard those cards in any order. And who is a hero that loves cards? That's right, Guise! Say cheese. Unfortunately, we can't play a card with this. I can benefit from the damage, and I might as well play the gimmicky character. Discards. Whoops. But now I can play the best card ever! Yeah, I'm that guy. Blatant reference. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep beating up Condemnation with this. And now what? I sort of want a blatant reference. So I shall! Because I like blatant reference and Guise the Barbarian at the same time. Alright, and we have data mining. Alright, so I'm just gonna end up losing all these cards. Just so I can do more damage. I could do that too. But I want to deal more damage, and I could do that too on, like, Fugue State Parse, I guess. Oh well. Kinetic Neutralizer. Yes. Seems good. And I'm gonna go ahead and have her hit Apostate. There's not really a rush to destroy all the relics until Apostate's about to flip. But anytime that I can do lots of damage at once, I should do it on Condemnation. Alright, so team communication. Retcon is worth keeping on to for those pesky apocalypses, but Parse does have ongoing destruction, so I don't need to worry about that as much. But I do hear your point. Alright. Sentinel Tactics or Aura of Vision? The answer is, of course, Sentinel Tactics. So Guise could certainly get rid of Condemnation. So I don't need to deal damage to it. Instead, I'm just going to... Well, I need to deal damage first, so let's deal damage. Reduce Spite's damage. Or Spite? What? We're not playing Spite. What? Spite? Wrong game. Pay attention. Let's go ahead and manipulate Apostate. Do I want the Orb of Delirium in play? Yes. Because it's not a demon. Generally preventing demons from happening. It's better than otherwise. And let's do that. We played Ultimate Spite, which is once you beat Spite, you set up for a game against Apostate. Spite, Agent of Apostate. I do not want to discard the top card of Apostate's deck. But I think Cortex Hyperstimulator? Although he's not going to deal damage. Or he's not going to deal himself the 1 damage, and the first damage will be reduced by 1. Yeah, I'll do that. And then you have it. I want to keep Skyscraper normal for a bit so she can get more cards. Alright. What are you doing, Madam Mittermeier? Freak Show. Attraction. The hero target with the lowest HP cannot deal damage. When that target would attempt to deal damage, that target's player may discard 2 cards to destroy this card. Poor Idealist. Oh no! The Orb of Delirium! Relic. Whenever a villain relic other than this card would be dealt damage, redirect that damage to this card. And it has a +1. Blatant reference. I can do that too! Alright. That was a good start, Spite turn. I should totally copy Parse's, right? Parse would do 2, or play the bottom card. He's not gonna have discarded a card though. Knife deals 2 damage. Sentinels regain 3 HP. Deal damage. Deal damage. Deck manipulation. Or draw 2 cards. Did I say Spite again? This is Apostate. Apospite. Apospite, yeah. That's what we're playing, is Apostate. Apospite. Wow, I can't even say it. I'm trying to combine the 2 and I'm failing. Let's do Parse. Parse is fun. That sounded terrible. Retcon! Well, I guess we're getting rid of the Freak Show. Let's draw a card, such as I can do that too! And let's not do that again. Yeah, I'm that guy. And let's try to damage the orb. It has a +1. Tonight, join me, Lid Spite, as I play Sentinels of the Spitiverse! Alright, quick calc. Extrasensory awareness is going to be super useful. I would rather play that, though. So let's put the impossible shot on the bottom, and then I could play that one. Although that's also really good. Actually, no, hold on. Nah, whatever. It's really good for relics that have damage reduction, but oh well. I would rather not play extrasensory awareness in case I'm forced to destroy it, was the thing. Amplify Combatant is going to be good. And then no one else cares for this, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Alright, are we gonna expect to do burst damage? I sort of want to get the Aura of Vision out. I could Therathion Monolith, it seems a bit early though. But if I were to go huge, I would be able to take out the orb directly. I could also put the Compulsion Canister out. And then Spite, or... the villain character card could then take out the Orb of Delirium. It's okay, Sanvar. You can type badly, but I can't even remember who the villain is. So it's half of one, 6 a dozen of the other. Alright, Aura Vision. And then Idealist. And then we still need to try to manipulate. That's an ongoing. Oh no, Apocalypse, whatever shall I do? Spite Angel of Gloom. Apostate Angel of Spite. Those are good. Wish I could have like a redirect effect happening, but oh well. Alright, we have lots of links, but no tiny cards. Carousel of Horror. For a second I wasn't sure if that what the environment was saying was actually going to be Carousel of Horror. That would have been great synergy. Attraction, at the end of the environment turn, discard the top card of each deck. Okay, there goes the Apocalypse. Whenever a target is discarded this way, each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. Well, there goes the deck manipulation. Unless I can get rid of the Carousel. Periaptive. Whoa! Relic. Increased damage dealt by Why am I reading these out loud and trying to say Spite? Increased damage dealt by Spite by 1? What the heck is wrong with me? Can we just... Alright, whatever. He's Spite now. It happened. He's Spite. It's... I just got too high on the previous game, and now I'm seeing Spite everywhere. Increased damage dealt by Spite by 1. Reduced damage dealt to this card by 2. Doesn't really matter. The Spitian Monolith will let Spite Scraper get huge, and Spite Custom slap the Spike of Delusion. I'm glad you guys are playing into this, because I don't even know what I'm even saying at this point. How does Guise have 13 cards in this trash? When did that even happen? Did I actually play all of these cards? Oh yeah, I guess I played 3 ongoings. I discarded my hand. Yeah, okay. And then we discard the top card of my deck and stuff. I'm just surprised. 3 rounds in, 13 cards in the trash. That's just unusual. Well, I could look for where did I leave that, or play where did I leave that. Selling out and gimmicky character. No. These cards are not the best cards ever. And yeah, best card ever. So that Periapt has annoying damage reduction, but I think with Mainstay's power we can do a good job taking him out.
Oh man, the look on your face. Woo!
Do we have another best card ever? No. I can do that too on Parse. Oh yeah, I can do that now. Bottom card is Super Ultra Kawaii! And then the player can play the bottom card of their deck. Sentinels could possibly play a damage dealing thing. No, Sentinel Tactics was already in play, you fool. In this multiverse, Spite and Apostate are the same person. It's an Oblivion reveal. All right. Well, even with the Carousel of Horror, extrasensory awareness would let me make sure that the second card from the top of the deck is not a demon card. So I'm gonna do that. Extrasensory awareness is just too good. We have demon, we have ongoing, we have one shot, and obviously profane summons is not what we want. What we want is the apocalypse. We want the apocalypse. Oh, the things that you say in Sentinels games that don't make sense in the real world. Oh, man. We just don't want demons. We don't want to find any demons. We want the apocalypse to happen. Alright, whatever. Discard the demon. Put profane summons on top. Don't shuffle. Exploit vulnerability is not limited. That's interesting. Battlefield experience. When this card is destroyed, you may draw one card and play one card. You know what's really fun? Let's play Battlefield experience, and let's deal lots of damage to Apostate. And then Battlefield experience was destroyed, so I draw a card and play a card like For the Greater Good, where I deal damage, I draw a card, I play a card, I use a power like Battlefield experience, so I deal damage. I destroy Battlefield experience, so I draw a card, and then I play a card, and this ends the funness. There are no environment targets in this game. I think I'm gonna get the prototype servo gauntlet out though. Or I could overdo it. I'll overdo it. I'll overdo it. Amplify combatant. That's why I wanted to overdo it, was then I could put out the prototype servo gauntlet and then amplify combatant. Who wants to draw a card? Who doesn't want to draw a card? Spite has gotten me too much that I'm actually wishing for the end of everything. Wow. Positive energy. And then let's hit Apostate first, so that Mainstay can make damage to the Periapt Irreducible. And then Idealist takes it out. That was a good move. And now all that's left is to reduce Apostate's damage. We get Dark Delusions. Oh hey, and Super Ultra Kawaii is out there. Because Spite drew a card. That's what happened. That was a good move for me to have Aura Vision, have Spite draw a card so we could actually utilize Super Ultra Kawaii, right? Alright, is there an ongoing I want to copy? I don't think there really is. I wish I could copy Kinetic Neutralizer, but I need to get cards first. So where did I leave that? We get Look What I Found, Selling Out. Did I get what I was looking for? If I discard these two, I could put Best Card Ever in my hand, and then I could play it on Skyscraper's turn. Is that better than Look What I Found? I think we already had one in hand, right? We put Total Beefcake and Look What I Found in hand, so no! Oh, we got Selling Out, never mind. I mean, you could argue that Selling Out is great. I don't have enough damage dealers, though. So, Best Card Ever! Didn't Skyscraper have the compulsion canister? Throw it on Apostate. Don't you mean Spite? Didn't Spite have the compulsion canister? Throw it on Spite. It's Colossal Left Hook time. If I discard a card, I can play a card. Ooh, I do have a tiny card now. So now I could play 2 links. Compulsion Canister, I think on Knife is best. Because we don't have damage buffs on anyone but Knife. And then I can play 2. I don't want to put the ongoing one out there because then I'm going to discard. I'm not going to have the Apocalypse. All right. Best card ever. Total Beefcake. Gritty Reboot. Look what I found! You won't believe your eyes! The start of the environment turn. Each character card deals itself X psychic damage, where X equals the number of attractions in play. If fewer than 5 targets took damage this way, destroy this card. Then discards. And then Apocalypse? No! Ongoing. At the start of the environment turn, destroy all cards in play, other than this card, character cards, and relics. Then destroy this card. Spite is starting to no longer look like a real word. Spite is never a real word. Alright, now we're on Spite's turn. So, yeah, I'm totally Spite. See, I gave Spite a high five. And now, as Spite, I'm gonna go and play my Blatant Spiderance and deal 3 Spite damage to Apostate. I'll draw Say Spite, and I want Spite to deal 2 Spite damage, yes. Why the Spite not? And then I'll do this to deal 2 Spite damage. Alright. So let's go ahead and increase damage to Spite with my Irrespitable damage. And I'll play the bottom card of my Spite, which is a quick Speculation. Unfortunately, I can't play either of these cards. Let's put an updated intel on the bottom, I guess. Whatever, I drew it. Doesn't matter. I'm not dealing with the Apocalypse. The Apocalypse is not going to happen. I don't believe it's going to happen. It can't possibly happen. Why could it happen? I'm not a believer of the Apocalypse. I've worn the joke out just a tad. Just a smidge. No one else, right? We don't have... Yeah, okay. But... the game is over. Can I destroy Apocalypse now? I destroyed a target. Alright. We won the Viewer's Choice game. And it was a pretty fun game. Pretty fun. I think the villain is quite spiteful. Alright. It's 8:30. So we have time for at least one more game, and the third game of the night, as always, is pure random. 100% random all the time. So... it's a team match, so we're not facing Spite this time. I'm gonna do this. Alright, Fright Train, Misinformation, Ambuscade, Baron Blade against Newest Legacy, Redeemer Fanatic, Sentinels, Dark Visionary, and Realm of Discord. So, whoops, I did not want to do that. So, standard Fright Train. I'm doing this so that we could have Challenger Ultimates. We have standard Misinformation. Standard Ambuscade, this is boring. Advanced Baron Blade, reduce damage dealt to device cards by 2. And of course, Sentinels also will have this treatment. Alright, it's Adamant Medico. Sorry, Christopher, we're doing this way. We have Adamant Mainstay. We have Southwest Idealist and I forget if this is Southwest or not. It's Southwest. All right, or not Southwest. Adamant. It's Adamant. Adamant, I say. All of these are Adamant except for Idealist, who's just not Adamant. So we have standard Fright Train, standard Misinformation, standard Ambuscade, and advanced Baron Blade against America's Newest Legacy, Redeemer Fanatic, the Sentinels team, 3 Adamant and 1 Southwest, and Dark Visionary in the Realm of Discord. Let's fight. The Spiteful 6. All aboard! The Fright Trains are coming! We fight for what's right! Gotta make Dad proud! Alright. So, America's Newest Legacy has Heroic Interception, Lead from the Front, Motivational Charge, and the Legacy Ring. Redeemer Fanatic has Absolution, Aegis of Resurrection, Divine Focus, and Final Dive. Sentinels have Durasteel Chains, Good Hero, Bad Hero, Positive Energy, and Sentinel Tactics. And Dark Visionary has Demoralization, Foresight, Mass Levitation, and Mind Spike. Mind Spite? Mind Spite? Spite is in this game! No! Alright. The joke is wearing thin. Alright. Fright Train. Villain, One-Track Warrior. Setup. At the start of the game, Fright Train enters play, One-Track Warrior side up. Engine of Destruction is put into play. The villain deck is shuffled. Gameplay. At the end of Fright Train's turn, Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 melee damage. If he gets incapacitated, at the start of Fright Train's turn, the hero target with the highest HP deals themselves 2 toxic damage. We have Misinformation. Villain, Reality Rewriter. Setup. At the start of the game, Misinformation enters play, Reality Rewriter side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Misinformation's deck until 2 ongoing cards, are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Misinformation's deck. Gameplay. At the end of Misinformation's turn, the top card of each hero deck is moved to the bottom of that deck. If she's incapacitated, at the end of Misinformation's turn, each player discards 1 card and draws 1 card. We have Ambuscade. Villain, Slaughterhouse Leader. Setup. At the start of the game, Ambuscade enters play, Slaughterhouse Leader side up. Cards are revealed from the top of Ambuscade's deck until a Nemesis is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Ambuscade's deck. Gameplay. At the end of Ambuscade's turn, Ambuscade deals each target next to a snare 3 melee damage. If no damage is dealt this way, the top card of Ambuscade's deck is played. And we have Baron Blade, Villain, Evolved Madman. I forgot to read the incapacitated text. Hold on. Incapacitated. When Ambuscade is incapacitated, cards are revealed from the top of Ambuscade's deck until all Nemesis cards in the deck have been revealed. Whenever a Nemesis card is revealed this way, it is put into play. Then, Ambuscade's deck trash and non-Nemesis cards in play are removed from the game. Nemesis cards in this play area still act on Ambuscade's turn. When a Nemesis would leave this play area, it is removed from the game. And now, Baron Blade. Villain, Evolved Madman. Setup. At the start of the game, Baron Blade enters play Evolved Madman side up. Genetically fused physique is put into play. Cards are revealed from the top of the villain deck until a device is revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into the villain deck. Gameplay. At the end of Baron Blade's villain turn, Baron Blade deals the hero target with the lowest HP and himself 2 melee damage. Advanced. Reduce damage dealt to device cards by 2. I don't think there's too many devices other than Baron Blade's deck, but they'll be harder to take out. So we shall play. Engine of Destruction. Ongoing. Increase damage dealt by Fright Train by 1. Increase the first damage dealt to Fright Train each turn by 1. Internal Collapse. Ongoing. At the end of Misinformation's turn, each player destroys one of their equipment cards. If no equipment cards are destroyed this way, destroy this card. Then each player may move one card from their trash into their hand. Heroes Unallied. Ongoing. Whenever a hero target deals damage, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP, then destroy this card and play the top card of Misinformation's deck. Glamour. Nemesis. The first time a Nemesis card would be dealt damage by a hero target each turn, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. If Tachyon is active in this game, hero cards cannot redirect damage. Well, we have Glamour. Genetically fused physique. Ongoing. Reduce damage dealt to Baron Blade by 1. At the end of Baron Blade's turn, Baron Blade regains 2 HP. And Displacing Teleporter. Device. Whenever Baron Blade deals damage to a hero character card, that hero's player must discard 1 card. Locomotivation. A one-shot. Reveal the top card of Fright Train's deck. If it is a Nemesis card, discard it and Fright Train regains 5 HP. If it is not a Nemesis card, put it into play. We have Plow Through. One shot. Fright Train deals the 2 non-villain targets with the lowest HP 2 melee damage each. Ouch. And then he deals damage. And thus ends Fright Train's turn. Well... Heroes Unallied is in play. Whenever hero target deals damage, redirect that damage to the hero target with the highest HP. Do we have a damage that we can redirect? Like, I don't know, self-damage? Maybe? Heroes Unallied is destroyed. Memory loss. One shot. Misinformation deals each hero character card 2 psychic damage. Each player either discards 1 card or destroys one of their ongoing cards. Well... we all want to listen to the Locomation. Locomation? Locospation? I want to discard a card. I want to keep Motivational Charge and Legacy Ring. Unfortunately, the other heroes have to discard cards. Because they don't have ongoing cards to discard. And now I can deal damage to a target other than Glamour who will redirect it. Or Displacing Telepator. What is my English today? What even is my English today? Well, since this is not Challenge Fright Train, I don't have to hit Fright Train first. The question is, who would I want to go after first? The issue with taking out Ambuscade is that it doesn't take out Glamour, right? When flipped to the side, blah, 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 Ambuscade's deck, trash, and non-Nemesis cards are removed, so Glamour has to be dealt with, and destroying Ambuscade will not destroy Glamour, and will put more Nemesis in play. Baron Blade is a Nemesis, Misinformation is a Nemesis, Fright Train has Engine of Destruction. But Baron Blade's going to regain HP until we can destroy the ongoing card. And faced with choices like this, I usually pick Fright Train because of the damage boost. I'm going to pick Misinformation just to spite you. And that was actually a thing I was going to say, even if spite wasn't a pun, but it is, so I said it anyway. Focused Insanity, one shot. The hero target with the highest HP deals itself 3 psychic damage. If that target is a character card, that hero's player discards their hand, shuffles their trash into their deck, and draws 4 cards. So we get Holy Nova, Undaunted, End of Days, Sanctifying Strike. End of Days is actually really tempting. And I don't think we care about the bottoms of our decks. Alright, what would End of Days do for us? We would lose our Heroic Interception. Oh no! But we could certainly just get around that. End of Days will get rid of Glamour, which is great. It will get rid of Genetically Fused Physique. It will get rid of Displacing Teleporter, which is okay. It will get rid of whatever Ambuscade and Baron Blade play. I think it's useful because it's really early. So we're going to do it because it's really early. The Apocalypse didn't happen, but still the End of Days. Consecrated Ground, Holy Nova. Magman. Nemesis. At the end of Ambuscade's turn, this card deals the hero target with the second lowest HP 3 fire damage. Unity is not active in this game. Envenomed Bolts. Snare ongoing. Play this card next to the hero character card with the lowest HP. Whenever that hero's player plays a card, Ambuscade deals the hero character card next to this card 1 toxic damage. Oh no, the Idealist. Alright, well I don't want to play my equipment or ongoing cards, so I'm just going to play Positive Energy. Oh no, it redirected! Oh no, it redirected! Okay. So, HP recovery and draw a card, deal damage, next damage irreducible, deal damage. Next time a card is destroyed, move it to the bottom of its deck. I don't think that effect is going to be as necessary. We don't want Nemesis cards on the bottom of Ambuscade's deck, because they'll be put back into play. Let's make the next damage to Baron Blade irreducible. Because then he'll hit himself for irreducible damage. He'll regain it back, but he'll still have 1 fewer point of HP back. Zhulong, Nemesis. At the end of Baron Blade's turn, move 1 Nemesis card from Baron Blade's trash pile into play. Mr. Fixer is not in this game. Good. And I'll go ahead and play the Mind Spite. And I'm not really worried about Fright Train. Although we are going to lose the Engine of Destruction. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Fright Train just to use up the Engine of Destruction while we still have it. And now Dark Visionary's Power, which is slightly less effective in Team Villain format. Reveal the top 2 cards of his deck, put 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. So which is the most dangerous deck? I don't really know. Let's do Misinformation. That also came out wrong. Memory Loss, deal damage, discard a card, destroy a card. We already saw that one. First time a card deals damage, deal the hero with the highest. If it's Memory Loss it is! Choose Fright Train! Alright, all these cards are getting destroyed. Is there an order that matters? I don't think so. No, there isn't. End of Days was destroyed. Time crawls. Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other distortion cards. Each hero turn, that hero's player must skip either their play or power phase. Reduce all damage dealt by villain targets by 1. Alright. Crushing Blow, one shot. Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 4 melee damage. And then that's... Alright. So, considering the fact that if I play a card I can't use a power, probably should just use a power. Such a good end of days that now time is crawling. Let's go ahead and focus on misinformation and get her flipped. Oh no, memory loss! Did this just happen? I don't know, for some reason I feel like it didn't happen. But did it happen or didn't it happen? I don't know. Do you know? I'm at a loss here. All right. I think I don't need another heroic interception in this game. Not gonna lie. I don't want precognition, not in a team game. Back fist strike, consecrated ground, unique capabilities, decoy projection. Alright. Do I want to destroy time crawls now, or do I want to just keep doing things? I'm okay with time crawls, I think, actually, because I don't know that we really have useful powers. I mean, some of these powers are good. Some of these cards are good, not all of them. Let's just do spread damage, why not? I mean, the nice thing about time crawls is it's reducing their damage. And as I've seen in many team vengeance games, reducing all of the villain damage by 1 helps a lot. Especially when they all do a bunch of 1 damages. Too many guns! Ongoing. The first time Ambuscade deals damage to a hero target each turn. He also deals a second hero target 2 projectile damage, a third hero target 2 energy damage, and a fourth hero target 2 fire damage. Rigged Net. Snare ongoing. Play this card next to the hero target with the highest HP. Whenever the target next to this card would deal damage, prevent that damage. When damage is prevented by this card, destroy this card. Oh no, Dark Visionary can't deal damage. So as I just said, we don't have useful powers or useful cards. Sentinels have both. They have useful cards and useful powers. Expat each your heart out. I love the was it Expatriates character letters page episode? I think it was, right? Because it was talking about the card that Expatriate has that has like a blonde guy in it that was revealed to be Ambuscade, and I just remember like Christopher was like impersonating Ambuscade. He's like, "I'm a police officer," and Expatriate was like, "You are not a police officer. You are French." Oh, you are right. I am French. I cannot be police officer. The French in that was so good, or the French accent, French accented English was super good. All right, well. See, the thing is that the best we could do is 2 damage with a power, so I'm just gonna play Sentinel Tactics, and then you have it. Impulsion Beam. Alright, device. Each player cannot play more than 1 hero card per turn. Each hero cannot use more than 1 power per turn. Okay. Guess I'm not going to utilize Sentinel Tactics as much. Demoralization seems good though. Ethereal Bonds. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage. A target dealt damage this way cannot deal damage until the start of the next environment turn. Well, so much for demoralization. Improbable Grapple. One shot. Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 melee damage. That target's player discards their hand unless each player discards 1 card now. Well. I don't want to lose hands. Impulsion Beam is an 8 on the Airman scale. And when it has damage reduction, it's awful. Remember when I said damage reduction is great in a team game? I want to keep that fortitude. Embolden is not super useful with the Impulsion Beam. Human Shield is not useful when you don't have too many cards. I want to keep my Cocoon. We'll make Visionary immune to damage. And I think I still want to use Legacy's power. Still trying to just whittle down info here. Inspiring Presence, good. Deja Vu. One shot. Each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. Move one ongoing card from Misinformation's trash into play. Move 1 ongoing card from 1 hero trash into play. Interesting. Oh hey, Sentinels can use a power. Damage. Probably should have opted for mainstays, but whatever. Internal Collapse, destroy one of their equipments if none are destroyed, or that. I think Internal Collapse is better. Do we even have equipment cards out? I don't think we do. The answer is no. We have Durasteel Chains. That could enter play. We're not going to play it. Although it's going to destroy itself anyway, so it doesn't matter. Look at these ongoing cards. Heroic Interception could be fun. I'm gonna get the motivational charge out. Alrighty. I think I need to get rid of all the guns. There's just too many of them. Too many guns. Baron Blade is another priority at this point because of Impulsion Beam. I'm just gonna save Ambuscade for last, so I don't have to see all the nemesis enter play. Shrewd Ambush. One shot. Reveal cards from the top of Ambuscade's deck until 1 snare is revealed. Put it into play. Shuffle the other revealed cards into Ambuscade's deck. Move 1 snare from Ambuscade's trash into play. So we have Enticing Target. Snare. Reduce damage dealt to this card by 1. Whenever a villain character card or nemesis card would be dealt damage, redirect that damage to this card. And we have Envenomed Bolts back. So both of these guys are being dealt damage. But we do need to get rid of the snare. So I think Mainstay's power is useful for that. The Enticing Target snare, rather. Negation Bands. Device. The first time Baron Blade would be dealt damage each turn. Reduce that damage to 0 and Baron Blade regains 2 HP. How nice of you. Alright. I'm gonna go and cocoon up. I don't need to use my power. I can't even use a power after I play my card. Explosive Bubbles. At the end of the environment turn, this card deals 2 energy damage to the X non-environment targets with the highest HP, where X equals the HP of this card. That actually is cool. Fanatic cannot deal damage. Oh yeah, Enticing Target. I guess that was something to consider. Actually, Let's not do the damage to Baron Blade if we can. Come on, rewind, 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 rewind. End of turn, alright. So, is this, am I able to do this, or is Negation Band stopping it outright? It is, okay. Whenever he would be dealt damage, whenever would be dealt damage. I feel like there should have been a choice in that, but oh well. So, Ambuscade's the lower priority. Off the rails! One shot. Fright Train deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 projectile damage. Destroy one hero target with 2 or fewer HP. So Telekinetic Cocoon is being super useful here. Let's go ahead and increase our damages by 1. I think that has better effect than just dealing damage right now. Valerian, Nemesis. At the end of Misinformation's turn, destroy one hero ongoing card. Fanatic is active in this game. Heroes cannot use powers during turns other than their own. Alright. We have to destroy one of these. Well, now Sentinel Tactics is not going to be useful while Barbarian is out. Do we have another motivational charge? We don't. I want all of these cards. Can I just cheat and not destroy a card? Can I destroy an ongoing card from my physical deck instead? It just says destroy. It doesn't say like in-game destruction. It just says destroy it. So can I burn up a card? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of Sentinel Tactics. Can't use multiple powers in a single turn. Can't use powers outside of my turn, so it's not even doing anything. This is going to be great. Oh, nope, can't deal damage. Just kidding. Let's put Undaunted out instead. I mean, I could regain HP with Holy Nova, but I'd rather deal damage. Concealed Pitfall. Snare ongoing. Play this card in the hero play area with the fewest snare cards. Whenever that hero's player draws a card, each target in this play area deals itself 2 melee damage, then destroy this card. So someone has to take this. Who isn't Visionary, unfortunately. Let's put on Fanatic. So do I have to deal damage with Haymaker in order to... The next damage dealt to that target is irreducible. So I could make the next damage to Negation Bands irreducible. And then Demoralization would do 2 hits, 2 points of damage. And then Atomic Glare would do a full 2. Because we need to destroy Negation Bands in order to really effectively deal with Baron Blade. Citizen Slash, Nemesis. At the end of Baron Blade's turn, this card deals the hero target with the second highest HP 2 psychic damage. But Undaunted will stop that. Order doesn't matter. Oh, Rigged Net is in play, so order does matter. This is not going to stop Rigged Net, though. Yeah, it's going to be easier to get rid of Misinformation than it will be to destroy Valerian. But let's keep the Cocoon out. I could Psychic Maelstrom, but I think having the cocoon out is drawing a lot of damage that heroes would take. Claustrophobic Delusion, Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other distortion cards. All non-hero targets, other than the non-hero target with the lowest HP, are immune to damage. Oh boy, that's the worst one. This is terrible in a vengeance game. I hate you. Is it time for another End of Days? And I think this destroys... Yep, Idealist was just destroyed outright. Okay. Well, now I can play cards and use powers. But not multiple powers. I can still destroy negation bands and misinformation, but I have to use the Backfist Strike for that. It's almost as bad as someone stealing 40 cakes. It's too many. End of Days is the solution to everything. Alright, Surge of Strength. So now what? We're all discarding one and drawing one. Alright, so Legacy Ring is awesome, but not with the villain card. Lead from the front. Okay, Embolden's not useful with Baron Blade's thing. End of Days! We can't End of Days. Alright, I dealt myself damage because I drew a card. Thank you, Misinformation. If I want Idealist to return, I need Second Chance. I don't want to discard Durasteel Chains because I can't get it back unless I shuffle my deck. But I don't want to lose Blackout because this is such a good card. Alright, Durasteel Chains. And I probably need to figure out... Well, no, we have a cocoon. I don't need another cocoon. Alright. Dare I End of Days? What setup do we even have? We have Motivation Charge, Inspiring Presence, Undaunted, Demoralization, Telekinetic Cocoon. Yeah, Claustrophobic Delusion is terrible, but with Prophetic Vision, it's likely I'm going to get another Distortion out on Visionary's turn. Whatever, we already ended the world once. Let's do it again, and again, and again. We're having lots of fun in the fun house. Lots of fun in the fun house. Hunting Pack. One shot. Reveal the top 6 cards of Ambuscade's deck. Put any nemesis revealed into play. Discard the other revealed cards. Each villain character card and nemesis card regains 2 HP. Let's get all the nemesis out because we're going to destroy them all. Revolt. Nemesis. At the end of Ambuscade's turn, this card deals each hero target 2 lightning damage. Desert Eagle, Nemesis. When this card enters play, it deals itself 3 psychic damage. At the end of Ambuscade's turn, this card regains 1 HP and deals the hero target with the highest HP X projectile damage, where X equals this card's HP. It's immune to damage because of Claustrophobic Delusion. Ray Manta, Nemesis. At the end of Ambuscade's turn, this card deals the hero target with the highest HP 2 energy damage and destroys 1 equipment card. Alright. I think Ambuscade's turning into the next target to take out because I don't think there are any nemesis left in his deck. Shrewd Ambush. Rigged Net. Well, you know, I don't care. I mean, we have 1 Rigged Net, yes, but what about second Rigged Net? And then damage. Thank you, Telekinetic Cocoon, for making Desert Eagle do nothing. Alright, are there even Nemesis left? There are no Nemesis left. Take out Ambuscade, and then there will be no more Nemesis in his deck. Alright, well, second chance. Because Idealist. And there's no point in doing damage because they're all going to get destroyed. And the only thing that could take damage is the explosive bubbles. So let's have all of us regain an HP and draw a card. So Fling in the Darkness. Coordinated Assault. Impulsion Beam. We've had one Impulsion Beam, yes, but what about second Impulsion Beam? And then the first attempt at damage is not gonna happen. Actually, no, I can't damage any of these things. These are only villain targets that take damage. And Telekinetic Cocoon's going to get destroyed by end of days. So I might as well go ahead and destroy it myself, and then I could play something and control a deck. What does Rignet do again? Whenever you would deal damage, prevent it. Okay, yeah, so I don't need to deal damage. Destroy it. Let's get a better distortion, although I guess it's gonna get destroyed anyway. Positive energy field. That's actually really good with the Sentinels. Especially once we destroy everything else. It's gonna be bad once they start playing other things. But Sentinels, and then whoever villain we target. Yeah, positive energy field on top. Ghostly images could be cool. But no, we'll put Portal Feed on the bottom and then we don't have to worry about it. Now who do we control? If I control Fanatic or Sentinels, they will draw the card that's put on top before their turn because of misinformation. So who do we really want to control a card? Who has a card they really need or would prefer to play? Well, we don't really... We like these cards. These are good cards. I guess I'm gonna... Or would I prefer to control a villain deck instead? I don't know. Let's control Baron Blade. Baron Blade could do terrible things. Like turn the tables. Or Vengeful Assault. Actually, Vengeful Assault is awful. Turn the tables it is! Just the Ether, good. And now the days are destroyed again. This game has lasted really long. For being a team villain game, it's lasted a while. Alright, positive energy field, distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other distortion cards. Whenever a card is played, the 4 targets with the lowest HP regain 1 HP each. Mangrove, Nemesis. At the end of Fright Train's turn, this card deals each hero target 1 melee damage. So now Mangrove will regain a hit point. Alright. So we really need to focus on Ambuscade, so I'm just gonna try to do as much damage to him as possible. Surge of Strength. So I don't need another Surge of Strength, I'll get a Flying Smash. Sacrosanct Martyr with positive energy field is not bad. I'm gonna lose Coordinated Assault. Hippocratic Oath. I'll lose Mind Spike and get Cerebral Hemorrhage. Alright. This will do a lot of damage to Ambuscade. Final dive. Hunting Pack. Alright, all the other cards are getting discarded. And there are no snares in place, so he's going to play a card, so he's going to shuffle his deck, so never mind. That was a terrible card for you to play, Ambuscade. I had a good plan, and you ruined it. Just like you ruined everything. Alright, Nemesis cards are back in his deck. Alright, I'm not focusing damage on Ambuscade anymore. Tried to get past the Nemesis clause, and he outsmarted me. I don't know how he did it, but he outsmarted me. So instead, I think we need to deal with the Mangrove. No, not the Mangrove. Oh. I thought there was a card that destroyed things. Was it destroyed? Did I forget about it? I'm even thinking about. I don't even know what I'm thinking about. I guess it was Ambuscades. No? I'm confused. I thought there was a card that said destroy an equipment card and a hero ongoing card. I'm just getting confused. What does Envenomed Bolts do again? Whenever that hero's player plays a card. Has this not been going off? Because I feel like this has been in play for a while, but this was just played, so never mind. But I feel like it has been in play, and I haven't seen its effect happen. Or am I just dumb? I don't know. This game needs to end. This game is going on too long. Oh no, it is going off. Okay, never mind, I lied. It's been going off when time was slowed. Okay, that explains it. I was like, what? Why is Idealist not dying? She has this thing next to her that does things. Idealist was incapped when I played a card. Oh. That's when it happened? Oh. I'm paying good attention right now. Coligonous form. Turn the tables. Oh, that's the card I was thinking of. Okay. So it's good that I didn't actually play an ongoing card. One shot. Baron Blade deals the hero character card with the most cards in play, 2 melee and 2 lightning damage. Destroy 1 hero ongoing or equipment card belonging to that hero. Writhe. Okay. Twist the Ether's tempting, but who would be a good target for that? Psychic Maelstrom's also probably good. Although I probably should just do Cerebral Hemorrhage because Mangrove's going to regain the HP back because of Positive Energy Field. I'm going to do Cerebral Hemorrhage. And we'll target the villains. Alright, now who wants deck manipulation? Ambuscade wants deck manipulation. Damage and things. Let's just put Rigged Net on top. It's a fun one. I guess, I don't know. I just don't want to see Glamour come out. Imbued Frailty, Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other Distortion cards. Increase all damage dealt by 1. So this is going to get fun really fast. Super fun. Plow through. Especially when it's 1 damage to everyone. That's super good. Oh, so you're saying my damage is doubled? Thanks. Love you too. Alright. Well, with a damage boost, I'm just gonna Fly Smash. I mean, yeah, with Surge of Strength, this is even better. 5 damage to the 3 villain character cards? Yes, please. 6 damage to Baron Blade? Yes, more. 6 damage to Baron Blade? Yes. Alright. Things are speeding up. Surge of Strength. Sanctifying Strike. Ooh. I don't need Hippocratic Oath. We're trying to win the game, not prolong it. Mass Levitation. Who even uses that card? That card might as well say you may discard this card whenever you can discard a card. Final Dive. Can't do anything with, so Holy Nova it is. And we can take out Baron Blade. So what does Baron Blade's Incap do? I believe it's each target deals itself damage, or each hero deals itself damage. Yeah. So that's not really good with Imbued Frailty. But we can easily destroy him. But I don't think we want to. So instead I'm gonna focus fire at Fright Train. If Blackout takes Glamour down to 4, can I Final Dive her? Should be able to. Legacy's next damage is prevented. And when I play a card, I will be too toxic. Whenever you play a card. So if I play Unique Capabilities, and then I play another card, Idealist dies. And the only signature in my hand is Aura Vision. So I don't think that's useful. Fling in the Darkness, we can destroy that target. But I don't want the Nemesis to come out. It's gonna make the game harder. Deal damage, the damage target then deals each non-hero target damage. Okay. All aboard the Fright Train. Writhe deals damage this way to Fright Train, who then hits everyone. Even better with Imbued Frailty. Okay, this is getting interesting. Visionary can almost win the game, but not quite. But we're saving Ambuscade for last, still, I think. A Chance at Vengeance. One shot. Reveal cards from the top of the villain deck belonging to the villain character with the highest HP until one target is revealed. Put it into play, shuffle the other revealed cards back into that villain's deck. So we get the enticing target. No! Bad Baron Blade! Sit. Go home. Play fetch. You're a bad man. Well, I still think Psychic Maelstrom is the answer. It's just we're not going to destroy all the things we wanted to destroy, but Ambuscade wasn't going to get destroyed anyway, so it doesn't matter. So Fright Train is now gone. Baron Blade is now gone. So Ambuscade is left. So I don't think there's a Realm of Discord card that can do this, right? Ghostly Images is on the bottom. Time Flies could be useful. So I think Realm of Discord. We get Imbued Vitality and Ethereal Bonds. And the hero target with the highest deals himself 2 toxic, so that's going to be Visionary. So it's not going... Imbued Vitality is not going to do that much. This is going to stop Visionary from dealing damage, which isn't terrible. Why not hit the enticing target first? It only had 1 HP. That is a good point. I wasn't thinking. This is what happens when you've played 2 games against Spite. Alright, Ambuscade's at 1. Alright, so Realm of Discord again. And I think it doesn't matter, even though we have the rigged net on Legacy. Legacy won't be able to take out Ambuscade. But Fanatic certainly will. Alright, so it doesn't really matter which one of these we use. Spite has a point too. Alright, Imbued Vitality, Distortion. When this card enters play, destroy all other Distortion cards. Each ongoing and equipment card now has a maximum HP of 6. I think no targets entered play this way. Or did it? That message went by too fast. No, Surge of Strength entered play. Sacrosanct Martyr entered play. Envenomed Bolts and Rigged Net entered play. Alright, well, it doesn't really matter. I might as well just go ahead and destroy the rigged net this way. Inspiring Presence. Alright, so it doesn't really matter. I can Final Dive and win the game. That seems useful. Or, does Final Dive work? Yes. No, it doesn't. Other than a character card. Never mind. I can't Final Dive and win the game. But I could certainly do other things and win the game. Okay. Let's use Sanctifying Strike and just end it. You didn't leave anybody to hit Glamour with Blackout. With Blackout. Back out? Back out of that Spite game! Alrighty, well. Another victory! 3 games, 3 victories. One of them was an ultimate match. One of them was a challenge match. One of them was 1/4 of an advanced match. But yay, we did it! We did the things with the stuff. And the best part of the stream was that it was 3 games against Spite. No, Citizen, yeah. Glamour was back in Ambuscade's deck, but Ambuscade was the last villain character I destroyed, so we didn't see any of the Nemesis come back. Food game. Yeah, that was a food game, wasn't it? Heroes 3, Lude's vocabulary 0. Yeah. So much for my vocabulary. Alright, well that's it for tonight, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this stream. If this is your first time here, or one of your several times here, but you have not followed this channel yet, be sure to hit the follow button. You'll be able to catch more Sentinels of the Multiverse streams. If you enjoy Sentinels of the Multiverse and you would like to play the game yourself, it is available physically via greaterthangames.com, or Amazon, I think, also has it, as well as several board game stores should have it. If you want to play it digitally, it's available on Steam and on iOS, and I should already know what these are. I'm trying to do this from memory and I'm failing. It's available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam. The base game, I think, is somewhat cheap. The expansion's a little more pricey, but that's because there are a lot of decks. If you just want to watch our channel, you can always follow us at Handelabra here. Handelabra Games right here on Twitch. You can also follow Handelabra on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you like me, and you should like me, because I'm pretty funny. See, that was funny. I'm not really funny. You can follow me on Twitter at LouDolphin21, on YouTube, search for LouDolphin, and on Twitch, I'm just LouDolphin with no digits. You can also follow me on Steam at LouDolphin21, I believe. And I sometimes play Sentinels through Steam, so you can always hit me up and play multiplayer games. You should also follow the Sentinels Discord, although you need the invite button for that, or the invite link, which I could provide, but instead I'll just wait on someone in chat to provide the invite button. But if you have Discord, that is the Sentinels server that you can use to follow Sentinels things. Anyway, going back to the Handelabra Games channel for a moment, I do Dolphin's Dive every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Another Lit Down does Tales from the Archive every Saturday at 7 p.m. And Jeremy and John, and some other guests sometimes, do Sentinels Live every Tuesdays at 7 p.m. And they sometimes preview content before it is available digitally, so you should check them out when you can. But that's it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and because everyone loves Spite, we shall listen to Spite's music, provided I can navigate this correctly. It's up here. Nope, that's not Spite. That's Spite. All right. Good night, guys.